What you doing? Say hi. You're so tiny they can't see you. Say hi, everybody. Say hello. Hello. Hey guys, welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name's Alex and this is Sully. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, the little chewies that he's doing. So today is day 6 with Sully at our house. And so we're going to do a little bit of a update. What is my hair doing? It doesn't really matter at this point. So yesterday, this little dude's ears perked up. Yes, they did, didn't they? And I was like, I was excited but also sad because I'm like, oh my god, my baby's turning into a man already. Like, it happened so quick, all their changes and everything. I know a lot of people ask when their ears go up. It just depends. Gypsy actually was 4 weeks old, her ears perked. Clea took a little bit longer. I think she was maybe closer to 3 months or something. It wasn't as soon as Gypsy. Gypsy was the first one in her litter. So he's, you know, basically 9 weeks now. And so that's when his ears, they officially went up yesterday, which was the 13th. Silver is still very whatever. There's a baby in the house. He actually doesn't really bug her. He likes to sleep with her sometimes for a brief moment. He likes to check on her. I really feel like he feels like she's a big mama dog. So I'm glad things are working out with her. Gypsy has totally like gone into crazy. I love this guy. He's my new playmate. She's not 100% has accepted him yet, but she's definitely on her way. Clea definitely is the one that's having problems with him. She goes back and forth from, sorry if you hear that chewing noise, I'm trying to keep him preoccupied while I'm talking. But Clea's going back and forth. 1 minute she wants to play with him, 1 minute she's very angry that he's here. But again, it's only day 6, so I'm not expecting everything to be perfect yet. So we had a breakthrough yesterday with his puppy mouthing and biting. So there's different methods of getting your puppies like bite inhibition under control and teaching them, you know, how hard to bite is acceptable and stuff like that. I mean, I do have another video up regarding puppy biting. My main method is always, you know, the thumb down on the jaw and redirecting with a toy. That's always really what I've done, except sometimes you have to maybe try different methods incorporating with that, or you have to see what clicks in your puppy's head. So for instance, yesterday, Sully, I was doing the thumb down in the mouth. Now, if you don't feel comfortable putting your hand in your dog's mouth to train it to stop biting down hard, don't do it. Don't think that that's like the only method. I mean, there is a few things you can try. So when I usually do it, he's not gonna let me do it because he's so focused on getting that antler, which I usually don't give puppies antlers, but he found it and he's totally focused on it. The way I was taught to do it was to put your thumb down on their tongue and go down. What is your problem, dude? Like, I'm not doing anything. The way I was taught was to put your thumb on their tongue and push the jaw down. That didn't work very well with him because he would take his tongue and flick it in the back of his mouth, so I would just put my thumb down on his lower jaw. But yesterday he was sort of responding to it, but after I would let go, he would bite my thumb automatically. So I was trying to do the method of screaming ouch or yelping, and that didn't work for him. Also, oh my god, I can't. He's like a wiggle worm right now. So sometimes yelling ouch or yelping doesn't always work. I know a lot of people have said it doesn't work. Sometimes it's finding the right noise. So yesterday when my hand was like this in his mouth, and he's biting gently, so I'm not mad about it. But if he bites too hard, I went arr, 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 arr. Yeah, good boy, yes. I think it sounds more like a dying seal, but that's the noise that worked for him. It's what clicked in his head that hurts mommy. And he started, and as you see, he does the kisses instead. He knows that's the ouch thing. And even though I don't want my hand in his mouth like constantly, obviously, I want him to know like how hard is acceptable and how hard is too much. So there's different methods. Sometimes you have to mix it up when it comes to puppy mouthing and figure out what clicks in their head. You are wired right now, dude. I'm trying to do a video on you. When he's older, if I need to brush his teeth, or if, God forbid, something gets stuck in his mouth, I want him to know that mommy putting my hands in his mouth is an okay thing. Yes, and he's chewing so gently right now. It's ridiculous. Like that one noise. And if he does go too hard to where it actually starting to hurt me, I will make that weird puppy seal type noise again. And he will hopefully let go. Yeah, you're doing pretty good though. Now also, if your puppy is biting at your face, like jumping up and biting you, I've never had that happen before until him. He has jumped up and bit me twice in the face. So if he jumps up, which you're not really doing much of it now, usually what I will do is have my hand kind of by his neck and chest here, and no, chewing on mommy's face. I'll have my hand by his neck and chest and kind of force him down into a sit position if he's jumping up at my face. The girls, when they were his age, would jump up constantly, but they wouldn't bite. They would just jump up and bop me in the face. I actually thought I broke my nose once when Gypsy jumped up, and it was constantly trying to keep them down. You almost have to be like ninja-like. The older they get, the less jump up at the face they do, but it's important to tell them down. Like, get them down. You have to put them in down position, even if it's sit down, just to have them get the idea to stop going after your face. Crate training's going better. He still cries a little bit when we first put him in there. I haven't officially like trained him on crate training. It's been mostly I've just put him in there because I've had to. My methods didn't really work on the screaming thing that we had a few days ago. He's just kind of learned that it's starting to become a safe place and that it's okay. So I've basically just let him cry it out. It's hard. I know it's hard to listen to your puppy cry. It's heartbreaking because it's your baby, but sometimes you just have to let them be and have to let them figure it out on their own. But he knows now when bedtime happens, it's crate time. He cries a little bit because he really wants to be next to mommy because he's a super big mama's boy. Very much a mama's boy already. He's actually tried to jump in the shower now twice with me. So the crate thing's going better. I will be actually doing like a crate training session with him soon. Trying to get him to go in on his own because that's what I want. I want him to know that he goes in there when I tell him, not me forcing him, if that makes sense. So potty training. So the first few days I was getting between 4 and 5 hours sleep, kind of increments, and then 3 hours type thing. The last 2 nights, this puppy has actually held it for 7 hours. That is amazing for a puppy his age. Like the girls, for like the first 2 months, I was waking up anywhere between 2 to 4 hours every night because they just couldn't hold it. He, for some reason, is like, I've got this. He acts like a big boy dog already. Quit chewing the camera stand. No choo-choos. Now, does that mean he's completely potty trained? Absolutely not. He still, as he's running around the house during the day, is sometimes trying to squat. So that's when you pick your puppy up and take him outside, like immediately. You have to watch their body language. People ask me so much about potty training. It really isn't that hard. You just pick up your dog when you see those signs, or if your dog is going on the floor, you pick them up while they're going, because they usually stop as soon as you pick them up, and you rush them outside, put them on the grass. And once they're out there, don't scream at them constantly, go potty, go potty, go potty. Say it maybe like once or twice, and then give them a minute, and they will, you're so wired. And they will start sniffing out their spot and they'll go. You have to be patient with potty training. I'm super grateful he's holding it for 7 hours, but like I said, he's not doing it during the day. He is so wired right now. Oh my gosh. You're just, okay, go back that way. Potty training takes time. Like Gypsy, I think before she was fully potty trained, it was like 4 or 5 months. Clea actually took up to 6 months. She had a really hard time holding it during the night. And the poor girl, you could see she was like, oh, why can't I hold it? You know, like, arr, arr, arr. Yes, good boy. That's gonna be like the weirdest seal sounding video. You know, people expect their dogs to be potty trained like within a day or two. That's just not how that works. Their bladders are still developing. What are you, don't go under the chair. I can't believe you fit under there. Here, take the antler back. Preoccupy yourself. I'm so confused during this video right now. Sometimes you just have to walk them through the yard. Like, you just have to give them a minute and let them figure out the spots. And then once they do, you praise them. It's really that simple. And for people who say, well, my dog doesn't walk the yard with me. Well, that's when you get a lead or you get a leash and you literally walk your dog through your yard. And I don't care if you have to walk back and forth like 5 times, which I've had to do with him before just to get him to poop. I knew he had to because I could smell the farts. And he wouldn't go, so I walked him back and forth constantly until he finally went. You just have to be persistent and you have to be patient. I mean, when you pop out a human baby, you don't expect them to automatically know how to use the toilet, right? I mean, as soon as I come home, as soon as the crate's open, as soon as they wake up, we go outside. And grant you, when they're older, you don't have to do it every single time. But during their puppy stage, like, well, their puppy stage is a long stage, but during the first like 6 months, I'm constantly doing that. And even if they are fully potty trained, I'm still constantly doing that just to make sure. Another thing to help when you are training a puppy, routine or schedule. I've talked about this numerous times before. So a little bit of our routine in this house. So when I wake up in the morning, I go to the bathroom. Then the dogs go to the bathroom. Then they come in and have breakfast. Then I make coffee. And then I let them relax a little bit after they eat. And that's also when I drink some coffee because I need it for the next step. And then we go outside to play. And the play session lasts for maybe like 10-15 minutes. And then we come back inside so I can eat breakfast. And then we wake up the birds and I do the water food dish thing for them while the dogs are watching that. And then we go back downstairs maybe for another play session, and then we do relax type thing. That's the standard kind of morning. And I also have a similar routine during dinner. And my morning routine in this house, after taking care of all the pets and trying to take care of myself, that lasts me anywhere between 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So that's already enough activity for a puppy his age to where he'll usually probably nap for about 1 hour. And then while he's napping, I can do other things like, you know, do dishes or clean or check YouTube comments or whatever. And then when he wakes up again, I go potty, and then we go and do a play session or we do a training session. It's kind of like a repeated cycle throughout the day. And now I know most people can't do what I do throughout the day because they're working 8 hours or something like that. But trying to keep your dog on a schedule really helps them understand how to behave in the house. You know, usually with puppies this young, you know, having them sleep 2 hours and then awake 2 hours is kind of like the, I don't know, generalized rule of thumb kind of thing on a puppy schedule. And if you can't do that, you know, 3 to 4 hours is okay, but trying to make sure that that puppy's let out of a crate or whatever at least every 2 hours is ideal. And then once you have them out of the crate, have really good quality time with them. He still like mouths all the furniture. He is now obsessed with my shoes, and he has found the laundry. Remember, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I said hide the laundry, and I didn't apparently hide this one very well because he literally jumped into the basket that's like actually this tall. I'm not sure how he did it, but it was quite impressive. Puppies take time and they take a lot of work, but look at me, day 6. I feel like I look less stressed because I've actually gotten some more sleep. But yeah, the first 4 days I could say were very, very stressful with him because, you know, there's the crying, the screaming, you know, but it's almost like when his ears perked up yesterday, it's like things just clicked in his head, like, okay, I've got this. Like, and he really does act like he's got this. Like, he walks this house like he knows the place, like he's been here before or something. But, and I know people are asking a lot about training videos. Those are coming. I don't really do too many walking things or training right away with my puppies. I want them to get used to the house, and I want things adjusted well here. And I'm also freaked out about parvo, so I don't really take my puppies walking out in the neighborhood or to new places too often the first 2 weeks home because, you know, they just got their first set of shots. I'm paranoid. I'm really paranoid about parvo because I've seen too much of it. I feel like I rushed through all that. I don't even know if I said everything I wanted to, but hopefully there were some tips in there for you guys. I'm still a little bit scatterbrained for all that's going on here. Because training a puppy and keeping older puppies happy is definitely a challenge. And even though I get stressed out too, just like other pet parents do during the puppy stage, like these times are like so precious because it does happen so quickly. And then they turn into a big puppy, you know? So look at this wiggle worm. He's got no self-control because he wants the antler. Like, hey, wiggle butt. Hey, can you say bye to the peoples? Say, no, I gotta find the antler. This is normal puppy. This is normal puppy stuff. And thank God he's chewing so much lighter though. Oh my God. Oh, you're flopping around now? Did the puppy sleepiness come in? Sort of. Say bye to everybody. Bye-bye. Look at his face. I'm so lucky. He is such a sweet boy too. Like, I'm just very happy I have a boy again. Like, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And, you know, remember to click all the buttons and comment and all that fun stuff. I can't believe he's just kind of like out like this. He's actually got his back legs dangling down under this arm. See, now I just want to sit here all day and do this. But but I've got stuff to do. I hate when people say don't pick up your puppy and cuddle it, but it's like, it doesn't last long. I want some cuddles while I can. Say bye to your peoples. Say bye to your peoples. She's like, what peoples? What are we talking about, huh? Yep. Are you okay? That doesn't look very comfortable.